Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome live to Climax, Minnesota, the site of tonight's Section 8A 11-man football game between the visiting Fosston Greyhounds and the Polk County West Thunder. Hello again, everyone. I'm Dawson Peterson, providing you with the coverage tonight, and welcome inside the pregame show on yourliveevent.com. We'll chat with both of our coaches here in just a moment, but looking at the Polk County West Thunder, they are 1-1 overall on the season after losing their season opener to Mahnomen-Waban 22-7, one of the best teams in the conference, and then their last game last Friday night against the War Road Warriors, where they won 36-16, and that was their first victory of the year. And Coach Darren Bicklin will talk more about that game in our pregame coaches conversation here in just a moment. For the Fosston Greyhounds, they're 0-2 overall in the start of the early part of the year. Lost to Red Lake County right away, 36-6, and played a good game against Ada Borup West last Friday. It was a loss, but 21-0 was the final score there, and a lot of good things from Coach Eric Ockery's team, and we will sit down and have a conversation with him here in just a little bit as well. We've got 17 and a half minutes to go before we have our opening kickoff between the Polk County West Thunder and the Fosston Greyhounds here on yourliveevent.com.
Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, Halsted Living Center offers a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care. With Halsted Living Center, there is an attached medical clinic and independent senior housing facility. Physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available for both inpatient and outpatient. Respite care is available too, as well as hospice services. Call 218-456-2105 for openings available now with Halsted Living Center, or find more information at halstedlivingcenter.com.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There is one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Climax Shelley School District. Since the beginning in 1998, Agramax has had one simple goal that continues to be a key trait today: to help their customers become better. Over 20 years later, Agramax has been able to help their customers more than ever. Serving customers in the areas of Fisher, East Grand Forks, and Fertile, Agramax looks forward to working with you in shaping the future of agriculture. Call their office in Fisher at 218-891-2211 or call them at their location in Fertile at 218-945-3536. Welcome back inside the pregame show tonight as we're broadcasting from Climax, Minnesota, the site of tonight's game between the Polk County West Thunder and the Fosston Greyhounds. We're inside our pregame show this evening as we continue on and jump into our pregame coaches interview, starting with a conversation with the Fosston Greyhounds head coach, Coach Eric Ockery. Fosston Greyhounds football coach Eric Ockery with us on the pregame show today. And Coach, game tonight against the Polk County West Thunder, but let's quickly look back at that last game against Ada Borup West, 21-0 there. A lot of good things out on the field, though.
Yeah, we had a good game against Ada, and we came a long way from our first game against Red Lake County. I thought we grew a lot, and we were competitive, played well offensively. We didn't convert, we weren't able to put the ball in the end zone, so that's of course something that we need to work on and kind of smell the end zone and not make mistakes in the red zone. Played well defensively. Ada's a really talented football team. We had trouble keeping them out of the end zone, and they got a nice receiver that is among the best I've seen in a while. So he was making catches all over the field. But we were very pleased with our effort. We're kind of low trajectory here. We're trying to get better each and every week, each and every game, each and every practice, and hopefully we can improve tonight.
When you say you just want to get better each and every week and take it sort of day by day, are there anything specific you're trying to work on, or is it everything just sort of as a whole, you just want to get one notch better every day?
A little bit of both. I mean, there's things that we're getting that we weren't able to do like we weren't able to open field tackle last year, so a lot of our scores were really lopsided, and we're tackling a lot better. But this Polk County running game is they're very good at it, and they have an excellent running back, and they're physical across the offensive line. So just because we tackled well last week and pursued but doesn't mean we're going to this week. So in some ways it's the same. I mean, you're looking for the same things philosophically. We had a lot of pre-snap penalties that we kept us out of the end zone, and it kept us off the field. I mean, it's so being more disciplined, especially when we're seeing blitz and we're seeing a lot of pressure from linebackers, and it's just kind of controlling something we can control, so we always talk to our guys how difficult it is to be in 2nd and 13 or to be in 3rd and you want to be in 3rd and 3 and you're 3rd and 8, and it's converting is hard just in general, so we want to be more disciplined, positive yards. We didn't turn the ball over. I don't know, we might have had one, or I'm trying to remember. We had one fumble that kind of hurt us in last week. So, ball security, any coach will tell you that. But like if we don't win the turnover battle, it's not. I mean, we'll have trouble tonight if we turn the ball over and we don't force some turnovers. So it's specific stuff, but it's going to be the same week in and week out.
Well, it sounds like the key word tonight, too, physicality against Polk County West. Is that a mental thing, or is there anything you can say to the boys to get them prepared tonight?
It's a little of both. I mean, we have some kids that are just naturally physical, and some that need, a little push. And I always tell the guys it's kind of contagious, the way that football's played, and you see other people doing it, and between the whistles, right, clean football, but playing hard and moving people. So I always talk about, like, this is one of the more physical football teams we play, and it'll be a game where you can hear the pads, and I mean it's kind of, we'll have to kind of weather the storm and see if we get pushed around, or it's if we get moved off the football, or if we can tackle. So that's it. We want that to be our identity. We've always even when we've had trouble winning games, we want other teams to know that. Man, these guys play hard. They don't quit. I mean, their running backs run hard. They just play the game the right way. And to me, it's a really physical game. And not all. I mean, kids are going to be different degrees of physicality, but if each kid can bring his effort in that way, that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, bring the effort and also the energy from the jump too.
Absolutely, yeah. And especially a game on the road. It's. The opposing crowd here, and it's still early in the year, and the weather's it's a little chilly, but it makes a huge difference. I mean, it's the whole psychology of the game, and like I said, especially on the road.
All right, sounds good, Eric. Good luck.
You bet. Thank you.
And that was the head coach of the Fosston Greyhounds football team, Eric Ockery, joining us on our pregame show tonight as the Greyhounds come into this contest 0-2 so far after falling to Red Lake County in the season opener 36-6, and then a loss to Adobor West last Friday. It was 21-0. Remember, these two teams, Polk County West and Fosston, they met in the playoffs last year in the opening round. Polk County West got the better of the Greyhounds 43-14. In that game. We'll take a break, come back with a conversation with the head coach of the Thunder, Coach Darren Bicklum, as you're inside our pregame show, and we are 9.5 minutes away before we get the opening kickoff between Polk County West and the Fosston Greyhounds, and you got it here on YourLiveEvent.com.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There is one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Climax Shelley School District.
At Community Co-op, we offer our energy solutions programs to help area farm operations. Hi, this is Rocky Bruin. One of our popular programs is our fuel contracting with only 30 cents per gallon upfront payment, and our pricing programs are a couple quick reasons why you would lock in your fuel contracting price with Community Co-op. Let us help you manage your risk. Call 1-888-935-2281 and we can discuss more of your energy solutions programs from Community Co-ops of Lake Park.
Get the dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Udder Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Purley, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart, east of Ada to the Twin Valley addresses and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Welcome back inside our pregame show tonight on yourliveevent.com. The Polk County West Thunder facing off against the Fosston Greyhounds. We had a conversation with head coach Darren Bicklum of the Polk County West Thunder here just a few moments ago as we talked about the season up to this point. The Thunder dropping the season opener to Mahnomen-Waubun 22-7, beating the War Road Warriors last week 36-16 right back here in Climax, and then previewing tonight's game against the Fosston Greyhounds. So here is that conversation with the Polk County West Thunder head coach Darren Bicklum. Polk County West Thunder head coach Darren Bicklum joining us on our pregame show tonight. And Coach, coming off a victory in your last game against War Road and your first game of the year, or rather first win of the year after losing the season opener to Mahnomen-Waubun. How'd that game against War Road go?
Pretty good. Got after it up front and got the run game going, and we just never looked back after that.
Okay. Well, so what is sort of attributed to getting off to that hot start? Is that the big key, getting off to a quick start, and is that a big key to success for you guys?
It is. It gets confidence and gets us going in the right direction, and we like to run the football, and we keep the clock running, keep us on offense and score, and get some long sustained drives.
Okay, and talking with Coach Eric Ockery of the Fosston Greyhounds tonight, physicality, a big key word for them. Is that the same thing for you guys?
Oh, yes, and if you're not physical, you're not going to win football games. So, and we started out with one of the physicalest teams in the conference right away, so that sets us up for the rest of the year, and we know what you got to play like if you're going to be a winner.
So Fosston didn't have a varsity team a couple of years ago and slowly rebuilding here over the last couple of years. But I can't imagine this is any sort of game you're overlooking at all, right?
No, we don't overlook any of them. And they're improved from last year, and I'm glad they're playing varsity football again. It'll be a battle. We hope that we can get up on them early if we can. That'd be great. If not, we'll just have to grind it out.
Did you guys watch any film on them from that playoff game from last year? Or?
Yeah, we do, and but it's new kids, new year, and they do it different. They everybody kind of does the same thing from year to year, so it's like old hat for a lot of us. So, but yeah, no, it'll be a good battle.
All right, sounds good, Coach. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Big thanks to head coach Darren Bicklum of the Polk County West Thunder for joining us in our pregame coaches interviews on the pregame show tonight on yourliveevent.com. The Thunder 1-1 overall on the season. Their last game against War Road, a 36-16 victory, and controlled the football very well, sustaining drives against the Warriors last week, and that's going to be a big key to victory again this week for the Thunder against the Fosston Greyhounds. On the other side, for the Fosston Greyhounds, trying to sustain drives is going to be a big key for them and take advantage of their opportunities when they come along. They had those opportunities against Ada Borup West last week, a game where they were only down 6-0 at the half and then would eventually fall in that contest 21-0. So a lot of good things last week from the Fosston Greyhounds and trying to bring it in to this week against a very good and strong Polk County West Thunder football team. We are 3.5 minutes away before our opening kickoff between the Thunder and the Greyhounds here on yourliveevent.com.
Community Co-op Energy Solutions is now doing propane summer fill. Call 888-935-2281 for summer pricing and scheduled delivery. Customers' propane tanks are now being filled and you are guaranteed summer pricing. Winter pre-buy contract pricing is also available at this time. Community Co-op welcomes your calls for delivery schedule and summer pricing information. Thank you to all valued customers for your continued business from Community Co-op. CommunityCoOps.com, 888-935-2281.
We've been around long enough to know that research in the lab reaps rewards in the field. At the Cess van der Haaf Innovation Center, we're working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. We're dedicated to improving what we produce, so you can be too. Contact your local Cess van der Haaf dealer to learn about our varieties suited for your soils. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Cess van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on yourliveevent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on yourliveevent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
Fosston Greyhounds searching for their first win on the season. 0-2 overall to start out against Red Lake County. Lost the season opener and lost last week to Ada Borup West. As we welcome you back inside our pregame show tonight, the Polk County West Thunder get their first win of the season last week against War Road, 36-16, and a nice performance there for the Thunder. They lost their season opener at Mahnomen-Waban, 22-7. Quick peek at our section standings up to this point so far, as the top dog, Mahnomen-Waban, sits up there 3-0 overall, 1-0 in the section. Red Lake County 2-0, Ada Borup West 2-0, and then the Polk County West Thunder come in at 1-1 overall and 0-1 in the section. So a big section game for them tonight to try and get back to 500. And then after Polk County West, it goes the Bagley Flyers, Red Lake, and then the Fosston Greyhounds. So the Greyhounds 0-2 on the season. The Polk County West Thunder are 1-1. We're getting you ready for kickoff between the Greyhounds and the Thunder when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. They have the full line of Fendt, Massey Ferguson, and Challenger tractors. They have high-capacity Claas combines. They are your new Brandt dealer. Visit with them for augers, grain carts, heavy harrows, and Brandt's new vertical tillage. Ziegler Ag Equipment has Bourgault chisel plows, and they are your Amity beet equipment dealer. They have on the lot a new Wilrich 51-foot chisel plow. Call 218-784-2961. Talk with Chuck or Neil for pricing. Ziegler Ag Equipment, 218-784-2961. Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, Halstead Living Center offers a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care. With Halstead Living Center, there is an attached medical clinic and independent senior housing facility. Physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available for both inpatient and outpatient. Respite care is available too, as well as hospice services. Call 218-456-2105 for openings available now with Halstead Living Center, or find more information at halsteadlivingcenter.com.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Getting you set for kickoff tonight between the Polk County West Thunder and the Fosston Greyhounds on yourliveevent.com. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dawson Peterson, providing you with our play-by-play coverage here this evening. Polk County West Thunder will kick off first to start the game, as they will kick off to the Greyhounds. Let's run through the starting lineups first for the Greyhounds. Starting offense up front, left tackle, senior Alex Hagan. Left guard is Caden Sanford. The center, Jesse Beckman. Right guard, Jaden Bakke, and the right tackle for the Greyhounds is Tristan Nyland. Quarterback, senior Thatcher Palubicki. Wide receivers, Aaron and Cullen Norland, both seniors. Tight ends, Tony Carleen and Jacob Rudy. And then the running backs in the backfield for Fosston, Ethan Gray and Gavin Gray. We'll give you the defense here in just a little bit for the Polk County West Thunder. And back deep for the Fosston Greyhounds is going to be number 4, Cullen Norland, and number 3, Aaron Norland. And kicking off for Polk County West is the junior, Ethan Everts. We are underway here from Climax as one of the up men will field it for the Greyhounds, trying to get it up to the 40-yard line. And fielding that kickoff for Fosston was number 25, Jacob Rudy, the 160-pound freshman. So drive number 1 for the Greyhounds will start on their own 40-yard line. The Greyhounds have the ball first down and 10 on their own 40. Fosston searching for win number 1 on the season, 0-2, falling in their first 2 games of the year to Red Lake County and then Ada-Borp West. Coach Ockery talking about some good things that the Greyhounds had going on last week against the Cougars, sustaining drives and trying to punch it into the end zone and have some opportunities. Palubicki hands it off right side, and that's going to be gobbled up and stopped immediately, as that's going to be a loss of 1 for the Greyhounds, and it's 2nd down and 11. Handoff went to the junior running back, Gavin Gray. And a loss of 1 brings up 2nd down and 11. Receiver split out to the far side of the field, Aaron Norland. I formation as Palubicki goes under center. Handoff goes to the fullback. That's Gray, and that's Ethan Gray that time. And he's going to get maybe a yard back to get it back to the original line of scrimmage and brings up 3rd down and 10. Spots that Coach Eric Ockery talked about for the Greyhounds when trying to sustain drives and stay out of the 3rd down and long situations as they're faced with one right away right here on their opening drive of the game. They'll face a 3rd down and 10.
It's 3rd down.
Receiver out to the near side of the formation for the Greyhounds. Norland, the receiver, on the right side. Palubicki under center. The left-handed quarterback goes back to pass, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete, looking for Norland as it goes over his head, and the Greyhounds will have to punt it away to Polk County West here on their opening drive. The drive for the Greyhounds starting on their own 40-yard line. Mike Gapp will be back to receive the punt for Polk County West, and kicking for Fosston, number 57, is Jaden Batty as he punts it to the right side, takes a roll for the Greyhounds, picked up by Gapp right around the 20-yard line, works it up to the 25, and stumbling forward, and Gapp brings it out to the 30-yard line as the official spot is going to go directly on the 30-yard line stripe, and for Polk County West, that is their first drive of the game. 1st down and 10 on their own 30-yard line. No score early on here on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. Just a couple of minutes into the game so far. 10:26 to go in the first quarter as the Thunder come out on offense. Breck Bloom, the quarterback, goes under center. Hands off to the fullback right away. That's number 30 for Polk County West, and David Larson. And it's going to be a short gain. And officially no gain for the Polk County West Thunder. Didn't give you the Thunder defense. Let's give you the offense here and get to the defense on the next drive. Alex Hart, Daniel Suda, Ryan Sullivan, Jacob Satterland, and Dylan Carinta, the men up front. Tight ends are Landon Denny and Greg Downs. Quarterback Breck Bloom. Running back Tanner Jorgensen, Caven Rorich, and Mike Gapp. Bloom under center. Handoff to his running back out across the 35-yard line is Mike Gapp, and falling forward to the 37. And it'll bring up 3rd down and short. Call it a gain of 7 for Gapp. As Palubicki came up with a stop for the Fosston Greyhounds. 9.5 to go here in the first quarter. No score on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. Under center again is Breck Bloom and company for Polk County West. Handoff again goes to Gapp, and he'll be swallowed up in the backfield trying to get a push as he keeps the legs turning, and it's still moving in an excellent second effort from Mike Gapp that time. The Greyhounds had him in the backfield, maybe just for a short gain, but he keeps the legs going, and Gapp picks up about 4 yards, and that's a 1st down and 10, as our first downs tonight are being brought to you by your friends over at Agrimax. And Agrimax first down, our first down of the night with 8:54 and counting here in quarter number 1. Nice run for Mike Gapp and company. Bloom again under center, I formation. Wing back left side, toss goes to Gapp, gets across the 45. Here goes Gapp, midfield, into Greyhound territory, and he gets escorted out of bounds. And that's going to be a gain of about 15 for Mike Gapp, and another first down for the Polk County West Thunder. 8:35 to go here in the opening quarter. No score on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard as the Thunder are inside the Greyhounds territory for the first time tonight. Up to the line of scrimmage are the Thunder with a tight end on the far side of the field. It's number 40, Greg Downs. Bloom under center. Greyhounds on a blitz, goes right to the fullback. And that was number 30, David Larson. And for Larson, his second carry on the night so far, call it a gain of 6. And now second down, and second down and 5 to go. Polk County West up to the line of scrimmage. Bloom under center. Wingback left side. Toss goes to gap. Shoots the gap as the shifty running back gets across the 40-yard line. Now falling forward to the 35 and officially spotted at the 34. Brings it up for a couple more yards. And a gain of about 3, and already the 4th carry of the game for Mike Gap makes it 3rd down and 2. And the Greyhounds had Polk County West bottled up in the last 3rd down and short situation, but unable to come up with the tackle. Mike Gap, a physical runner, as the Thunder come out in the I formation again. Heavy set right side. Gap, there's a big hole, and here goes Mike Gap to the left side. Norland tries to run him down right around the 20-yard line. And that's where he'll get tripped up, and it's another big chunk play for Mike Gap, and call it a gain of 14 as he picks up another Agramax first down. Mike Gap so far with a run of 15 yards. The last one that you just saw for 14 as we're approaching the 6.5-minute mark of quarter number 1. Polk County West driving as this drive started on their own 30-yard line. Wingback on the near side of the field is Rorick. Handoff in the backfield, getting stopped right away. It was number 30, David Larson. And we'll see how far of a gain he gets there. It'll be potentially a short gain, and officially no gain on the play for Larson. So he's got a couple of carries, no gain on 2 of them. Had a 6-yard pickup early on. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. No score. Community Co-op's Energy Solution scoreboard. Tight end on the left side, the formation for Polk County West. Strong side is on the right side with their wingback, Rorick, standing up. Handoff goes to Gap. A little hesitation as he finds some space getting out across the 20-yard line. And it's going to be another short gain of maybe 1 or 2. And call it a gain of 2 for Mike Gap. Makes it 3rd down and 8 with 5:25 to go in the opening quarter. Greyhounds 0-2 on the season, looking for their first win. Polk County West trying to string a couple of wins together as they beat War Road last Friday. Big 3rd down here for the Greyhound defense. Bloom under center. He'll go back to pass. Looks to the right side. Heaves one down the middle of the field into the end zone, and it's going to be caught. It's going to be a touchdown for Polk County West. It was number 10, Landon Denny, making the catch with a flag in the end zone. And I'm assuming it was holding on the Fosston Greyhounds as the defensive back, Norland, was all over. Well, we do have a flag in the backfield, too. Well, penalty on both teams, so that's going to offset and cancel that touchdown pass from Breck Bloom to Landon Denny, who had a couple catches last week against War Road. So the Greyhounds catch a break defensively. After the touchdown catch, there was holding in the backfield on Polk County West, so we'll redo the 3rd down and 8 play. Breck Bloom up to the line of scrimmage. Strong side on the right side. Rorick is standing up as the wingback, I formation in the backfield. Bloom, misdirection to Gap, tries to bounce it to the outside, loses his footing a little bit, and the Greyhounds, nice gang tackle as they will hold Gap to maybe a gain of about 3, and 4 down territory here brings up 4th down and call it 6. Gain of 2 on the play brings up 4th down and 6. A big down here. Where will Polk County West go with it? Passing the football or running the football on 4th down and 6. Wingback on the near side is Rorick. Big tight end standing rather now in the 3-point stance is Landon Denny. Bloom hands off to Gap. Bounces off a man in the backfield. Very close to the line to gain. And he needed 5. And it looks like for the moment it's going to be a 4th down stop for the Fosston Greyhounds. and haven't had an official signal yet, and it is. Turnover on downs for Polk County West. Nicely done. It ended on their own, rather the Greyhounds' 12-yard line. So with 4:19 to go in the first quarter, the Greyhounds come up with a turnover on downs, and they start on their own 11-yard line. And a nice stop defensively for Fosston there, as it looked like Polk County West driving down the field and just marching their way to the end zone. Turnover on downs for the Thunder. Palubicki and company. He comes out under center, loses the football, and he quickly jumps on it. A bobbled snap for the Fosston Greyhounds will be a loss of a couple yards. It'll be a loss of 2 for Palubicki. Makes it second down and long. Now inside 4 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Second down and 12. Coach Ockery sort of harping on those instances in our pregame coaches interviews and things that they can control and hold on to the football and turnovers. Handoff goes up the middle. Nowhere to go for the Greyhounds. A little pushing and shoving and some extracurriculars after the play. Looked like the handoff went to Ethan Gray. And it's a no gain for Ethan Gray, and third down and 12. Greyhounds will need a good play here on third down. Try and get some yards back and then rely on a good punt. If they don't get the first down, trying to flip the field. Don't want to give Polk County West too good a field position if they don't get the first down. Palubicki, he'll go back to pass. Loft one to the near side, and it will be caught as the catch was made by number 25, Jacob Rudy, and it'll be a short gain of about 4, now fourth down. Thatcher Palubicki quickly under pressure as he rolled out to his strong side, and now they're lined up on the left hash and ready to punt it away back to Polk County West, and back deep for the Thunder is Mike Gapp, who stands on his own 46-yard line. Punt goes to the far side, takes a Greyhound bounce across midfield. Not a bad punt for the Greyhounds, as we've got a flag flying on the far side, and a Greyhound went flying into the grass, ending up on his backside. And see if we get a penalty on the Thunder there. Maybe unnecessary roughness. We'll await the official call. If it is, it'll back the Thunder up, as we had penalties earlier that actually negated a touchdown for Polk County West. A couple of penalties, one on either team. And the call here will be an illegal block in the back on Polk County West. So the Greyhounds get lucky again with the penalty with 2:22 to go. That backs up the Thunder to their own 36-yard line. See if the Greyhounds can take advantage as the Thunder come out under center again. Bloom, blitz coming. Handoff to Gap, left side, gets out across the 40 to the 42. And it's a gain of 6 for Gap, and second down coming up, 2:10 approaching. As we'll get inside the 2-minute mark here in the opening quarter. Tuned into the Fosston Greyhounds and the Polk County West Thunder on yourliveevent.com tonight. Second down and 4 for the Thunder. Both teams have had a couple of possessions up to this point. The Greyhounds stopping the Thunder and forcing a turnover on downs. 2 offensive series for Fosston so far. A couple of punts. Receiver split out to the near side. That will be Rourke. Bloom, hands off to Gap, big hole up the middle, and he gets upended right around midfield. And Gap will be down directly on the midfield stripe, and he might have lost the football for a moment, but they'll say he is down, and it will be a first down for the Polk County West Thunder. 8-yard gain for Gap, and a lot of nice chunk plays for Mike Gap. His first carry of the game, gain of 7. He's got a run of 15 yards and a gain of 14 yards as Kevin Rourke is split out to the near side. Bloom will go out to pass, fires it into the flat. He's got a catch from his tight end, Landon Denny. Stiff arms a man right around the 45-yard line, and a whole host of Greyhounds jump on his back to bring him down right in front of the Polk County West bench. And it'll be a catch and run of about 7. As Denny comes up with the reception. And now 2nd down and 3. We're inside 1 minute to play here in the opening quarter. No score. Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. Been a defensive battle up to this point. Greyhounds and the Thunder both flying around the field. Now 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Thunder will come up to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 3. The football sits on the Greyhounds' 43-yard line. Out in the I formation, strong side on the right side. Bloom under center, trying to get the Greyhounds to jump, and they do. Good discipline from the Polk County West Thunder offense. And that's a free 1st down for Polk County West. And an encroachment penalty on the Fosston Greyhounds moves the Thunder up, and it is a free 1st down, and the clock should be running. 16 seconds left. It is going. Handoff goes up the middle, out across the 35, now to the 34-yard line, as it'll be a gain of about 5 yards for number 40 for the Polk County West Thunder. That is Greg Downs with the carry for the Thunder, and that will draw the first quarter of play to a close. No score on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard between the Greyhounds and the Thunder. We're back with second quarter action when we return on yourliveevent.com.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There's one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Climax Shelley School District. Since the beginning in 1998, Agramax has had one simple goal that continues to be a key trait today: to help their customers become better. Over 20 years later, Agramax has been able to help their customers more than ever. Serving customers in the areas of Fisher, East Grand Forks, and Fertile, Agramax looks forward to working with you in shaping the future of agriculture. Call their office in Fisher at 218-891-2211 or call them at their location in Fertile at 218-945-3536.
Starting the second quarter between the Polk County West Thunder and the Fosston Greyhounds. No score on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. And it's been a defensive game up to this point so far between both teams. Greyhounds forcing the Thunder in a turnover on downs, and the Thunder facing a 2nd down and 6. Handoff to Gap, runs into a Greyhound defender and runs him over right around the 30-yard line, falling to the 28. And a gain of 6, and it'll be a fresh set of downs for Polk County West. Tackle made by Aiden Wolf for the Fosston Greyhounds defensively. It'll actually be 3rd down and 2. It looked like the far side official signaled for a 1st down, so not a 1st down yet for Polk County West as they're out in the I formation. Wingback is Rourke on the right side. Toss goes to the right side to Gap. Greyhounds try to string it out, and he hops over a defender at the 30-yard line, and a flag flies on the far side of the field. And we'll get the penalty call here momentarily from our lead official. It would be a 1st down run for Mike Gap up to the 26. And they wave off the penalty. And it is now a new set of downs for the Polk County West Thunder. And Agramax 1st down for PCW as they're looking to march here as we start the second quarter. 11-11 on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. No score from either team so far, and the clock will begin to run. Receiver to the near side will be Rourke. I formation once again for Polk County West. Handoff gap, left side, runs into a defender of the Greyhounds, and the first man on the scene for Fosston was number 61, Nick Johnson. A short gain for gap, call it a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Something the Greyhounds doing pretty well so far in the early part of this game. They've come on some early blitzes and getting some penetration up front, and that's a big key for this defense in trying to stop the running attack from Polk County West. Rourke is going to be split out to the right side of the field. Bloom, he'll go back to pass, looks to the right, flag flies far side. The Greyhounds try to run him down, and it's intercepted! Intercepted on the far side of the field. The Greyhounds at the 20-yard line, rather the 25, and the interception was made. Brought back to the 24. And I believe as a Greyhound is down on the far side, intercepted, and that was the man who intercepted it. We'll get the official number here in just a second. We will take an injury timeout. An interception from Breck Bloom and the Polk County West Thunder. When we return, the Greyhounds will take possession of the football in Thunder territory with just over 10 minutes to go as you're tuned in to the Greyhounds and the Thunder on yourliveevent.com.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There is one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Climax Shelley School District.
At Community Co-op, we offer our energy solutions programs to help area farm operations. Hi, this is Rocky Bruin. One of our popular programs is our fuel contracting with only 30 cents per gallon upfront payment, and our pricing programs are a couple quick reasons why you would lock in your fuel contracting price with Community Co-op. Let us help you manage your risk. Call 1-888-935-2281 and we can discuss more of your energy solutions programs from Community Co-ops of Lake Park.
Get the dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Udder Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Purley, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart, east of Ada to the Twin Valley addresses and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Coming back out of our injury timeout here from Climax, and it was a highlight play for the Fosston Greyhounds and an interception as the Thunder quarterback Breck Bloom threw the interception in his own territory, and we don't know the official number yet, but the first indication of who made the interception on the far side and also down on the field, Tony Carleen of the Fosston Greyhounds, as he returned it back to the Thunder 25-yard line, and that's where the Greyhounds will take over. There was an ineligible wide receiver downfield on that play for Polk County West, and of course that was declined, and right now Carleen still down on the field with the injury. 10-10 to go in the second quarter on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions.
Has time, looks for.
And no score so far, and we'll take another quick break here. Injury timeout down on the field. Tony Carleen down for the Fosston Greyhounds after coming up with the interception and return back to the Thunder 25-yard line. More coverage of the Greyhounds and the Thunder when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Tony Carleen walking off the field under his own power and holding his left arm close to his body. And I believe a shoulder injury for Tony Carleen of the Fosston Greyhounds as we're approaching the 10-minute mark of this second quarter. Carleen being helped along the sideline on that far side of the field. He came up with the interception and returned it back to the Polk County West 25-yard line. So these are exactly the spots that Coach Eric Ockery is talking about when trying to take advantage of opportunities when they're there for the Fosston Greyhounds. We have no score on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard and still 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. And we are ready to go as the Greyhounds take over here after that break. A receiver split out to the far side of the field is number 30, Ryan Dupong. Palyubicki under center. I formation. Goes up to the fullback. Number 40 for Fosston, Ethan Gray, and he quickly gets stood up. And see if he picked up any yards on that carry. If he did, it was a short gain maybe. And it's going to be no gain. It was Montana Jorgensen coming up with a stop for Polk County West, and those interior runs for the Fosston Greyhounds just haven't been successful so far here in the early going. Let's see if they try and get something working out on the perimeter with Gavin Gray, Ethan Gray, the two running backs. Tight end on the near side of the field for the Greyhounds is number 7, Robbie Olson. Receiver left side, Palyubicki, pump and go down the left sideline, up into the end zone, and it falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver, number 3, Aaron Norland. Had the single coverage, and in the coverage for Polk County West was Landon Denny back near the pylon. Not a bad look at it from Palyubicki, looking for Aaron Norland in the end zone. 9:20 to go here in the second quarter, no score. 3rd down and 10 now for the Greyhounds, trying to take advantage of the interception and long return from Tony Carleen. Slot receiver on the left side is Cullen Norland. Palyubicki goes back to pass, fires it on the far sideline, and a nice catch by the aforementioned Cullen Norland on an out route, and he gets it right up to the sticks, and see if he made the line to gain. He's going to be just short, and it's going to be 4th down and about 1. A 9-yard pickup for the Fosston Greyhounds. And a 4th down and 1 opportunity here for the Greyhounds, trying to sustain the drive. After the interception from Tony Carleen, this is a big snap right here. Aiden Wolf, the slot receiver. It's going to be a quarterback sneak. Palyubicki keeps it. Hands clapping on the far side of the field from Greyhounds fans, indicating that he likely got the first down. And it will be a new set of downs for the Fosston Greyhounds with 8:55 remaining in the second quarter. Needed 1, got 2. And that is an Egremax first down for the Greyhounds. Nothing pretty on that play at all for Fosston, just needing the tough yardage and leaning on their senior quarterback, Thatcher Palyubicki, to pick it up. Ryan Dupong, the receiver, split out to the left. Here's a pass over the middle, caught and dropped. from number 25, Jacob Rudy, as it was one of those quick curl plays right over the middle from the tight end, Rudy. And it falls incomplete, 2nd down and 10, 8:34 remaining in the second quarter. This drive set up from an interception and return from Tony Carleen. The interception occurring right around their own 35-yard line and brought it back to the Thunder 25. Handoff to Gray, who immediately gets popped in the backfield by number 52, Alex Hart, the senior defensive end. Makes a big tackle, and that's going to be no gain for Gavin Gray. And it's now going to be 3rd down and 12. Ball sitting on the Thunder's 16-yard line. 8 minutes and counting to go in the second quarter. Palubicki under center on a straight drop. Lofts one up left side near the pylon. It's going to be caught, but out of bounds. Palubicki took a big hit in the backfield from Polk County West. Looked like it was number 52 in the backfield. Alex Hart laying the lick on Palubicki. He had Aiden Wolf, who caught it on the sideline, but it was incomplete. He was out of bounds. And it's 4th down and 12. 7:52 remaining in the second quarter. Big 4th down here. Receiver split out to the near side. Slot receiver on the right is Robbie Olson. Cullen and Aaron Norland on the left with a lone running back in the backfield. Palubicki goes back to pass. Immediate rush over the middle and incomplete as the offensive line of the Greyhounds can't hold on to the pressure from Polk County West, so a turnover on downs. After the long interception return from Tony Carleen and a turnover on downs gives the football back to Polk County West. Still no score, 7:47 remaining here in the second quarter on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. They've got it on their own 16-yard line. Polk County West up to the line of scrimmage in the I formation. Wing back on the right side. Bloom hands off to his fullback. He has some space to work and working up to the 25-yard line to the 27. Or rather 22-yard line. And a gain of 6 for David Larson. On his 4th carry of the game, brings up 2nd down and 4. 7:20 remaining, second quarter, no score. Fosston Greyhounds and the Polk County West Thunder on yourliveevent.com. I'm Dawson Peterson with the play-by-play. Ray Zenteno, our cameraman this evening. And an excellent job here from the Climax Shelley High School in the football field. 2nd down and 4 for Polk County West, 7 minutes remaining. Breck Bloom under center. Handoff right side. Gap tries to bounce to the outside. Runs into a Greyhound defender. And the first one there was number 28, Thatcher Palubicki, to bring down Gap. And he is going to get the line to gain. And a gain of 5 for Mike Gap and company. And a new set of downs for Polk County West. Turnover in the previous drive for Polk County West, an interception from Breck Bloom, brought back by Tony Carleen. The Greyhounds unable to capitalize. Man-to-man coverage on the near side of the field. It's Gap. Handoff is going to go up the middle, and that's a short gain, maybe 1. Now 2nd down. Second down and 2 for Polk County West. 2-yard gain makes it 2nd down and 8. 5:55 remaining, second quarter. No score, Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. Bloom under center. Receiver standing up on the right side as a wingback. Bloom hands off to Gap. He's got a little space to work, and he jumps over another Greyhound defender. He's done that a couple of times. Brings it up to the 35-yard line, and a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd down and short. That's already the 14th carry of the game for Mike Gapp. As just chipping away big yardage. The Greyhounds doing a decent job, though, of sustaining Mike Gapp. He had a couple of big runs early on, a gain of 15 and 14. But since then, his largest run has been a gain of 8, gains of 4, 5, 2, gain of 7 that time. Greyhounds will have to be careful, though. Mike Gapp, a good shifty running back, and can bust one loose at any point as Bloom comes out under center, 3rd down and short. Handoff goes to the aforementioned Gapp, runs into a man, and he's going to jolt across to about the 37-yard line, and it is going to be a 1st down for the Polk County West Thunder.
Tackle made by number 18, Aiden Wolf. Gain of 2 on the play. Result of the play is a 1st
Gain of 2 for Mike Gapp and an Agramax 1st down for the Polk County West Thunder. 4:40 remaining in this second quarter, taking up a lot of time on this drive. Remember, the Greyhounds received the football to start the game. And this drive started with 7:47 remaining in the quarter. Bloom under center, and we've got movement. And looks like, I think it was from the fullback, Polk County West, as Gapp works it to the outside on the right side. The fullback, David Larson, may have flinched, and the official looking over at the Greyhound sideline, and it will be an illegal shift on Polk County West. And so the penalty will back up the Polk County West Thunder. And it backs them up 5 yards. Now 1st down and 15. So Greyhounds getting a break with the penalty, backing up the Thunder. 1st down and 15, 4:10 and counting remaining in the second quarter. Still no score. Thunder under center. Bloom's going to go back to pass. Looks to the right side, loading up down the sideline and into the Fosston sideline as it's incomplete as the senior quarterback winded up and threw the incomplete pass. 4:02 remaining, 2nd down and 15. Remember last week the Greyhounds playing the Ada Borup West Cougars and down only 6-0 at halftime and playing a good game against Ada Borup West and playing tough against a very physical Polk County West Thunder team. Polk County West last week defeating War Road and getting their first win of the season. 36-16 was the final score there. Sustaining drives in that game and taking up a lot of time like they are on this drive. 4:02 remaining at 2nd down and 15. Bloom is going to roll out to the left side, back to pass, and it'll be caught by his man on the near side of the field, and he fumbled it, and the Greyhounds are going to jump all over it. A catch and run for the Polk County West Thunder. It was caught by number 40, Greg Downs. He had, of course, a big gain of about 17 yards. He was carrying the football by just palming it in his left hand, and he fumbled it right in front of the sideline of the Thunder, and it's the 2nd turnover of the half for Polk County West. Fumble recovered by the Fosston Greyhounds, and they take over 1st down and 10 on their own 48-yard line. The 2nd turnover of the half from Polk County West, a fumble. It was number 40, Greg Downs. Had the catch and the 1st down on the near side of the field. It would have been a gain of about 17 or 18 yards. And then the fumble, and the Greyhounds will take over as a conversation will be had between the officials on the near side. 3:52 remaining in the second quarter. Our lead official will walk over towards the Greyhound sideline and is asking number 3, Aaron Norland, to come off the field. Might have some blood on him, or as he gets tossed a roll of athletic tape. There's 3:52 to go in the second quarter. The Greyhounds taking over 1st down and 10 on their own 48-yard line after recovering a fumble on the near side of the field. It was a catch and run from Breck Bloom to his tight end, Greg Downs. And then fumbling the football was Downs. And the Greyhounds trying to take advantage. I formation. Palubicki handoff left side. Scooting his way up for about 2 yards is number 27, Gavin Gray, and it's 2nd down and 8.
Tackle made by number 54, Daniel Suda. 2-yard gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
2-yard gain makes it 2nd down and 8. The Greyhounds have the football spotted exactly on the midfield stripe. .3:14 remaining, and the Greyhounds taking time to come out of the huddle here. Still no score. Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. Palubicki under center. DePong, the receiver, in the slot on the left side. Palubicki, hand off to his fullback, Gray, and he gets a couple of yards, and now it's going to be 3rd down after a gain of 3. That was Ethan Gray, and now it's 3rd down and 6 for the Fosston Greyhounds. 2:45 remaining in the first half. No score between Polk County West and Fosston. We'll come back with a big 3rd down play for the Greyhounds. 2:46 to go in the half. We'll come back after this short break and a word from our sponsors on yourliveevent.com.
Community Co-op Energy Solutions is now doing propane summer fill. Call 888-935-2281 for summer pricing and scheduled delivery. Customers' propane tanks are now being filled and you are guaranteed summer pricing. Winter pre-buy contract pricing is also available at this time. Community Co-op welcomes your calls for delivery schedule and summer pricing information. Thank you to all valued customers for your continued business from Community Co-op. CommunityCoops.com, 888-935-2281.
We've been around long enough to know that research in the lab reaps rewards in the field. At the Cess van der Haaf Innovation Center, we're working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. We're dedicated to improving what we produce, so you can be too. Contact your local Cess van der Haaf dealer to learn about our varieties suited for your soils. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Cess van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Welcome back. Big 3rd down coming up for the Fosston Greyhounds. A 3rd down and 6. Receiver in the slot on the left side is Cullen Norland. Aaron Norland out wide near the top of your screen. Palubicki back to pass. He'll find Norland, and he's going to be hit immediately, and it's maybe a gain of 1 and a flag on the play. A flag on the play on the far side, and the clock will stop at 2:37. It came in late. And an early indication that it might be on Polk County West as it came in on the tackle of Norland. The flag comes in at about the 46-yard line of Polk County West. And for the moment, it would have been 4th down and about 5. And pending the infraction here, it is going to go against the Thunder. And a late hit. They're going to call a late hit on Polk County West, and Coach Darren Bicklem not happy about the call. And now another flag from the far side official again. And so the late hit on Polk County West moves the Greyhounds up 15 yards already, and now another flag. As we might get an unsportsmanlike conduct potentially on one of the coaches of Polk County West. We'll see what they call here. And they'll go sideline warning. So they warn Polk County West after the penalty, as the Thunder coaching staff not happy with the late hit call. Certainly a close play on the far side of the field, but it does give the Greyhounds 15 yards, and it's 1st down and 10. They've got it on the Thunder 33-yard line. Still no score. 2.5 remaining. Palubicki under center, receiver either side the formation, and he lost the football. He lost the football, but he jumped on top of it, fumbling the snap. And he quickly recovers it. And now 2nd down. Palyubicki recovers it at his own, rather the Thunder 34, and it'll be a loss of 2. That's the second time that's happened for the Greyhounds tonight. They forced 2 turnovers from Polk County West in this half, an interception and a fumble. 2 minutes and counting to go in the first half, no score. Receiver either side of the formation with a tight end. Palyubicki goes back to pass, lofts one deep down the right sideline, looking for Dupong, and it was nearly intercepted. It goes incomplete. Dupong quickly had to change from receiver to defender. On the coverage for Polk County West was Sawyer Horkin. And it's incomplete for Palyubicki, who's strong-arm quarterback. As long as his offensive line can give him a little bit of time and get that football out. He was looking for Dupong. Falling incomplete, 3rd down and long, 1:45 remaining.
It's 3rd down and 12.
Receiver out to the far side of the formation for the Greyhounds will be number 4, Cullen Norland. And now the Greyhounds, a little confusion on the offensive side of the football, are going to have to take a timeout. 1:46 remaining, half number 1. No score between Polk County West and the Fosston Greyhounds. A 3rd down and 12 coming up next when we come back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on YourLiveEvent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
Big 3rd down here for the Greyhounds. Palyubicki, handoff, goes up the middle to his fullback. As it was number 40, Ethan Gray on the carry. Might have got 2 to get it back to the original line of scrimmage. And it brings up 4th down and 12, and it was a timeout from Polk County West. As they want all the time they can to try and build a final drive of the first half. So neither team scoring here in half number 1. It was the Polk County West Thunder, or rather the Fosston Greyhounds, getting the football right away on their opening drive. They had to punt after a short drive, gave it to the Thunder, who had a longer drive and got it all the way into Greyhound territory on their 12-yard line, and then it ended up being a turnover on downs. Nice stop defensively from Fosston. Next drive for the Greyhounds, had to punt it back away, and a nice punt for the Greyhounds to pin the Thunder back into their own territory right around the 36-yard line. And then on that drive, Tony Carleen had an interception return that went all the way back to the about 25-yard line for the Greyhounds, but unfortunately Carleen then going out with the injury. He was down after the interception return. And then on that drive for the Fosston Greyhounds, unable to punch it into the end zone, a turnover on downs, giving it back to the Polk County West Thunder, who then fumbled the football on a pass that came to the near side. So after all that finishes, the Greyhounds have the football, 4th down and 11. Ball on the Thunder 34-yard line. Let's see what Fosston decides to do here. It would be a big 4th down conversion if they can get it. Receivers on the right side, double twins either side. Palyubicki back to pass, and a free rush as Palyubicki got smacked from his blind side. And it looked like it was number 54, Daniel Suda. Got Palyubicki from behind. He fumbled the football. And it was Suda coming up with the big sack and a fumble recovery, so a turnover on downs. It was actually recovered by the Greyhounds, and it's a turnover on downs, and the Thunder get pretty good field position on their own 44-yard line, 1:36 remaining, and a big defensive drive for the Greyhounds coming up here. Remember, Polk County West will get the football to start the second half. Breck Bloom comes out under center. I formation, toss to the near side to Mike Gap. Greyhounds try to string it out. He finds a gap across midfield to the 40-yard line and escorted out of bounds by the Greyhounds right by the 36. And a gain for Mike Gap. A pickup of 21 yards, and it's a first down and 10 for Polk County West, and an excellent play to start the drive and trying to score right before the half. 1:26 remaining in half number one. No score. Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. Kevin Rourke is the receiver, split out to the far side with Landon Denny, the tight end, and Mike Gap dots the I. A guard pulls from the opposite side, makes a nice block, in Gap, angles to the sideline, now back near the middle of the field, and another first down for Mike Gap and the Polk County West Thunder, and a gain of about 12. We talked about how well Fosston was able to bottle him up in the last couple of carries, but he burst for 21 yards, and now this one of 12, and just like that, Polk County West within striking distance, approaching the 60-second mark remaining in half number one. First down and 10 for the Thunder. Bloom under center, a receiver to either side with a running back in the three-point stance. On a deep drop for Bloom. Loads up, middle of the field, into the end zone, and incomplete. Looking for Landon Denny. On the coverage for the Fosston Greyhounds was Cullen Norland, who comes up a little lame on the play, limping just slightly. And there's 53 seconds remaining in the first half. The Thunder take a shot, makes it second down and 10. They've had success in the first couple of plays with Mike Gap running for 21 and another one for 12. And it's second down and 10 on the Greyhound 26. Rorick, receiver, split out to the right side. Gap to the left. David Larson, the fullback behind Breck Bloom, has the snap. 7-step drop, looks to the left side, under pressure, lofts it right side, nearly intercepted, and now it is by the Greyhounds near the 5-yard line. It's an interception for Fosston. The second interception of the half. The interception came from Ryan Dupong. We do have a flag back near the line of scrimmage. If the interception stands, it'll be the third turnover of the half for Polk County West, and you might think Fosston would probably be content with a 0-0 tie at the intermission. 44 seconds to go. And now a whistle from the officials. It looks like they're spotting it. Well, they've got the spot wrong here, so they got to go back to about the 5 or 6 yard line. As Dupong came up with the interception for Fosston, he caught the interception on a knee. One of the defenders for Fosston sort of mistimed their jump, and then it fell into the lap of Dupong, and now there's another flag on the far side of the field, and see what that one's all about. And that's another sideline warning, this time against Fosston. The official having none of it from either team. They gave a sideline warning on Polk County West earlier, and now a sideline warning on Fosston. 44 seconds remaining, and like we said, Greyhounds probably content with the 0-0 tie at the half. 44 seconds remaining in the half, probably just a couple of handoffs, as the ball is going to be spotted on their own 5 yard line. See what the Greyhounds are able to do. Palubicki under center. He will take a knee. And a quick whistle, and there will be a timeout from Polk County West. 37 seconds remaining in the half. we'll take this time out with them. No score between the Greyhounds and the Thunder on yourliveevent.com.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. They have the full line of Fendt, Massey Ferguson, and Challenger tractors. They have high-capacity Claas combines. They are your new Brandt dealer. Visit with them for augers, grain carts, heavy harrows, and Brandt's new vertical tillage. Ziegler Ag Equipment has Bourgault chisel plows, and they are your Amity beet equipment dealer. They have on the lot a new Wilrich 51-foot chisel plow. Call 218-784-2961. Talk with Chuck or Neil for pricing. Ziegler Ag Equipment, 218-784-2961.
37 seconds remaining in the half. The Greyhounds took a knee on the previous play, and they take a knee on this one. And as we said, content with the 0-0 tie at the half between the Polk County West Thunder and the Fosston Greyhounds. 3 turnovers in the first half from Polk County West, 2 interceptions from Breck Bloom, and a fumble earlier in the game from Greg Downs, the tight end. No score between the Greyhounds and the Thunder. Your halftime report coming up next on yourliveevent.com.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, Halstead Living Center offers a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care. With Halstead Living Center, there is an attached medical clinic and independent senior housing facility. Physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available for both inpatient and outpatient. Respite care is available too, as well as hospice services. Call 218-456-2105 for openings available now with Halstead Living Center, or find more information at halsteadlivingcenter.com.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There is one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Climax Shelley School District. Since the beginning in 1998, Agramax has had one simple goal that continues to be a key trait today: to help their customers become better. Over 20 years later, Agramax has been able to help their customers more than ever. Serving customers in the areas of Fisher, East Grand Forks, and Fertile, Agrimax looks forward to working with you in shaping the future of agriculture. Call their office in Fisher at 218-891-2211 or call them at their location in Fertile at 218-945-3536. At the Climax Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There's one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Climax Shelley School District.
At Community Co-op, we offer our energy solutions programs to help area farm operations. Hi, this is Rocky Bruin. One of our popular programs is our fuel contracting with only 30 cents per gallon upfront payment, and our pricing programs are a couple quick reasons why you would lock in your fuel contracting price with Community Co-op. Let us help you manage your risk. Call 1-888-935-2281 and we can discuss more of your energy solutions programs from Community Co-ops of Lake Park.
No score at the half between the Fosston Greyhounds and the Polk County West Thunder, and it has been a first half full of turnovers from Polk County West. An interception early in the first quarter with 2:22 remaining in the first quarter. An interception and return from Tony Carleen, who actually nearly took it to the house. And it was intercepted right around the 25-yard line and took it back to his own 25-yard line. He did come up injured on that play, so we will see if Tony Carleen comes back into the contest at all here in this second half. Another interception late for Polk County West, but they had a fumble earlier in the half with 7:47 remaining in the second quarter. It was a catch and run from Greg Downs for the Thunder. That would have been a gain of about 17 or 18 yards, and he was holding on to the football with his left hand. He didn't have it tucked up into his chest, up by his armpit. It wasn't high and tight, as they say. It was out and loose, and it was fumbled right on the sideline for Polk County West. The Greyhounds jumped on top of it and took it over from there. Then, as we said, the interception late from Ryan Dupong for the Fosston Greyhounds. And the Greyhounds very content, as I can imagine, with a 0-0 tie after one half of play against Polk County West. 6.5 minutes to go in the halftime report. We'll come back with some stats from the first half here on yourliveevent.com.
Get the dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Udder Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Purley, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart, east of Ada to the Twin Valley addresses and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Community Co-op Energy Solutions is now doing propane summer fill. Call 888-935-2281 for summer pricing and scheduled delivery. Customers' propane tanks are now being filled and you are guaranteed summer pricing. Winter pre-buy contract pricing is also available at this time. Community Co-op welcomes your calls for delivery schedule and summer pricing information. Thank you to all valued customers for your continued business from Community Co-op. CommunityCoOps.com, 888-935-2281.
Back inside the halftime report from Climax tonight on a Friday night of Minnesota football action on yourliveevent.com. I'm Dawson Peterson. Thanks for making us a part of your Friday night as we're streaming tonight's game on yourliveevent.com. Polk County West and the Fosston Greyhounds knotted up at 0 after a grinded-out type of first half. Let's give you some first half stats, starting with the Polk County West Thunder leading the game in rushing. Mike Gapp on 17 attempts has 120 yards on the ground. Number 30, David Larson, has 12 yards rushing on 4 carries, and then a couple of carries for number 40, Greg Downs, had a 4-yard carry, and then number 32 for Polk County West had a carry for 2 yards in that half. Breck Bloom, tough first half through the air. He went 2 of 8 for 40 yards and 2 interceptions. Receiving end, those 2 receptions caught from Mike Gapp, a 7-yard catch, and then Greg Downs, a 17-yard catch, and had that gain of 17 and then fumbled the football in that first half. So 3 first half turnovers from Polk County West. On the other side for the Fosston Greyhounds, Gavin Gray has a couple of carries for only a single yard tonight. Number 28, Thatcher Palubicki, not in the positive yard mark. Had a couple of muffed fumbles he had to jump on top of, so losing some yards there. Number 40, Ethan Gray, has 5 carries for 6 yards. Palubicki through the air, 2 of 8 for 13 yards, and those 2 catches being brought in by Cullen Norland, and number 25 is Jacob Rudy. Penalties has been something that was hurting Polk County West in the first half. At a 15-yard block in the back penalty, a late hit penalty, and also a false start in that first half. The Greyhounds only had 1 penalty. It was an encroachment penalty that actually gave the Thunder a free first down. So we've got 2 minutes to go inside our halftime report. We'll see if they put a couple of more minutes up on the clock after this 2 minutes expires, but no score between the Fosston Greyhounds and the Polk County West Thunder here on yourliveevent.com.
We've been around long enough to know that research in the lab reaps rewards in the field. At the Cess van der Haaf Innovation Center, we're working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. We're dedicated to improving what we produce, so you can be too. Contact your local Cess van der Haaf dealer to learn about our varieties suited for your soils. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Cess van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on yourliveevent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on yourliveevent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. They have the full line of Fendt, Massey Ferguson, and Challenger tractors. They have high-capacity Claas combines. They are your new Brandt dealer. Visit with them for augers, grain carts, heavy harrows, and Brandt's new vertical tillage. Ziegler Ag Equipment has Bourgault chisel plows, and they are your Amity beet equipment dealer. They have on the lot a new Wilrich 51-foot chisel plow. Call 218-784-2961. Talk with Chuck or Neil for pricing. Ziegler Ag Equipment, 218-784-2961.
Getting you ready for the second half of play between Polk County West and the Fosston Greyhounds. No score after a turnover-filled first half for Polk County West. 2 interceptions from Breck Bloom and a fumble and a recovery from the Fosston Greyhounds. And to start this second half, it's going to be whoever comes out, I think, with the most energy. I think Polk County West probably got a good message from Coach Darren Bicklum about their play in that first half, and Fosston Greyhounds certainly excited about the defensive effort from their crew in this first half as well. So we'll have to see if the Thunder come out with a lot of energy, and it's going to be who's the first team to punch the other in the mouth and how the other one responds, because a lot of times you might see a team come out and just absolutely steamroll another team. Or we might just see sort of the same thing in the second half, a stalemate so far in this first half between Fosston and Polk County West. What will we see in the second half of play? Remember, Polk County West gets the football to start the second half. We're back after this short break and a message from our sponsors on yourliveevent.com.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Second half of play coming up here between the Polk County West Thunder and the Fosston Greyhounds. No score from that first half of play. The Greyhounds will kick it off to Polk County West, and ready to kick it away for the Greyhounds is it's like number 57. That is Jaden Batty, and back deep for Polk County West. And back deep for the Thunder, number 26, Mike Gap. Gap 120 yards rushing in that first half as Gap will field the punt, goes between his legs right around the 17, up to the 20, 25. Gap, a lot of space, works it back to the middle, now nearly reversing his field and brought down from behind. And an excellent return from the speedy running back, Mike Gap. And that's excellent field position for Polk County West to start the second half on the Greyhound 45.
Thunder will have the ball first down and 10 from the Greyhound 45-yard line.
As we said, 120 rushing yards in that first half for the aforementioned Mike Gap, and an excellent kick return there. Receivers split out to the near side of the field as Dawson Rorick for Polk County West. 2 running backs in the 3-point stance. Handoff is going to go up the middle. That's number 30, David Larson. As he works his way inside the 40 to the 38. And immediately you can sort of feel the energy and intensity picked up from Polk County West, and a nice return from Mike Gapp certainly is a good way to get that started. Remember, Polk County West on their opening possession of the game had a long drive, took a lot of time off the clock, and then a turnover on downs and some second half adjustments on the offensive side for the Thunder here. Here's some space for Mike Gapp. Weasels his way and misses one man, and he gets pile drived right near the 30-yard line as he was up in the air and brought down. Hops up off the grass and ready to go for another play. And brings it up to the 30. Another tackle from Palubicki for the Fosston Greyhounds. No score. Receiver out to the left side for Polk County West. Number 12, Dawson Rourke. Two running backs. It's Gapp and Larson in the three-point stance once again. Larson some more space. Up across to the 25 and a gain of 5. So Larson, couple consecutive carries as he's got 2 in the second half already. Only had 5 carries in the first half total for 12 yards. A lot of times you'll see these adjustments being made from both teams, and Polk County West coming out in a different formation to start this second half. Landon Denny, the tight end, on the near side of your screen. Bloom, the handoff. Larson, pinballing around like a bull in a china shop, works his way up for looks like another Polk County West first down. As we said, all our first downs tonight being brought to you by our friends over at Agramax. Shaping the future of egg. Agramax. Contact them, 218-891-2211. Gain goes up to the 26-yard line, and Polk County West trying to strike first on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. Bloom under center once again, ball on the Greyhound 18. Gapp, a little stutter step, and works his way upfield for a couple more yards as number 77, Caden Sanford, jumps on his back. And it's a gain of 4, second down and 6. It's the 19th carry of the game for Mike Gapp. 9:20 to go in the third quarter, just underway. No score after one half of play between Polk County West and Fosston. Now 9:15, handoff left side to Gapp. A little patience as he works his way upfield. And gets a couple more yards and call that one a gain of 3 and brings up third down. Third down and 3 now for Polk County West. See what the Greyhounds can pull out defensively. Third down and 3. It's been all positive yards on this drive for the Thunder. Bloom under center once again. Another handoff to Larson up the middle through the interior. And Larson takes it down to about the 5-yard line. And the gain for David Larson is going to be a gain of 7. And another first down for the Polk County West Thunder with 8:20 to go in the third quarter. Immediately trying to get points on this opening drive of the second half. Receiver split out to the far side of the field is Dawson Rourke. Tight end is Denny on the right side of the formation. Another handoff. Old reliable. Oh, I think Bloom lost the football on the handoff. How did that happen? As Bloom, doesn't matter how it happened, it ended up being Breck Bloom in the end zone for a score. It'll be a 5-yard touchdown run for Breck Bloom and our first points of the night. 6-0 Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. And coming on for the extra point for Polk County West will be Eli Williamson. Extra point attempt is up, and a good kick from the kicker, Williamson, but it is wide right and no good. So the extra point attempt, no good from the Polk County West Thunder, but they get the first score of the game at 6-0. We're back in 30 seconds on YourLiveEvent.com.
Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, Halsted Living Center offers a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care. With Halsted Living Center, there is an attached medical clinic and independent senior housing facility. Physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available for both inpatient and outpatient. Respite care is available too, as well as hospice services. Call 218-456-2105 for openings available now with Halsted Living Center, or find more information at halstedlivingcenter.com.
A long scoring drive for the Polk County West Thunder. A 45-yard drive that was set up by a nice kickoff return from Mike Gapp, getting them into plus territory for Polk County West. And that drive took all of about 3 minutes and 44 seconds. Ethan Evans ready to kick it away for Polk County West to the Fosston Greyhounds. So can they respond? It's DePong fielding it right around the 20-yard line. Far side. Now DePong has some space. Out to the 45. Breaks a tackle at the 50-yard line. And an excellent return from Ryan DePong for the Greyhounds. The sophomore works it into Polk County West territory. First down and 10 for the Greyhounds.
We'll start the ball. First down and 10 on the Thunder 47-yard line.
So both teams, excellent returns to start the second half. Mike Gapp brought his to the Greyhound 45. Ryan DePong brought it to the Thunder 47. The offense a little stagnant in the first half from the Greyhounds. See if they can get something rolling here. 7:57, quarter number 3. Palubicki handoff to his running back Gray, and really hasn't been anything there for the running back Gavin Gray. And it's a loss of 1, second down.
Tackle made by number 54, Daniel Suda.
Second down and 11 for the Fosston Greyhounds, and we've seen them go to those interior runs a lot tonight. And credit Polk County West up front, the defensive guys. Daniel Suda's had his name called multiple times. Greg Downs, Alex Hart, Jacob Satterlund. Applying pressure on the quarterback as well as Palubicki is under center. Offset eye. Gray again. They try to go off tackle a little bit on the right side, and the spot on the far side of the field a little bit better than the near side, and it's going to be no gain for Gray. And now third down and long. Third down and long. Palubicki in the first half was 2 of 8 for 13 yards. And we said it in that first half of play, too. Palubicki's got a good arm back there. Just give him a little bit of time and find his receivers with Aaron Norland split out to the near side. Aiden Wolf on the far side of the field as the aforementioned Palubicki goes under center. And he goes back to pass. Immediately whips it near side and over the head of his receiver, Aaron Norland, who was open for a moment. And that brings up fourth down and 11. And the Greyhounds will have to punt it back to Polk County West. Jaden Batty will punt it for the Greyhounds. Back to return for Polk County West is number 26, Mike Gapp. Big kick return. Gapp stands back on his own 21-yard line. Good snap back to Batty. Nearly blocked. It's going to take a Greyhound bounce. Gapp picks it up, and he is immediately met by number 3. That's Aaron Norland, and he will be brought down at his own 20-yard line, and it's first down and 10 for Polk County West from there on their second possession of the second half. Greyhounds have been solid on defense in that first half, and it was a quick drive to start the second half for Polk County West. There's 6.5 remaining in this third. The third quarter going by rather quickly so far up to this point. Well, this is going to be a big defensive possession for the Greyhounds as Bloom hands it off right up the middle, and the Greyhounds jump all over David Larson. And that's going to be a short gain of 2, and it's second down and 8. And some of the differences here with these interior runs for Larson of Polk County West, Gapp up the middle, and for the Greyhounds, running it up the middle for Gray, Polk County West is getting a couple of yards, making it 2nd down and 8, and then they go again and get 5 the next time, so they make it 3rd down and short. The Greyhounds are just unable to get by the defensive line of Polk County West. Greyhounds come on a blitz as Gray was loose there. It's a toss to Gap as he finds space on the near side, and he spins into a defender at the 30-yard line, or just shy at about the 28. On the blitz for the Greyhounds was number 40, Ethan Gray. Nearly took that snap out of the air. Might have been just a couple of ticks behind. It's going to be a gain of 7 for Gray, and it's 3rd down and short.
6-yard gain on the play. Brings up
3rd down and 2 for Polk County West. Receiver to the near side of the field, Dawson Rorick. I formation. Bloom under center, trying to draw the Greyhounds off sides, and they do. That's only their 2nd penalty of the game on the Greyhounds, and it's exactly identical as the first one. So Polk County West doesn't even have to snap the football to get the first down that time, as it'll be a free 5 yards for the Thunder, and that will be an Egremax first down for Polk County West. Egremax, contact them today at 218-891-2211. Thunder now under center in the I formation as Gap dots the I. Rourke, the receiver on the near side. Handoff goes to Larson, and he's immediately stumbling forward and works it across the 35 to about the 37, and it's a gain of 4, 2nd down.
Gain of 4 on the play brings up 2nd down and 6.
Already inside 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Polk County West leads the Fosston Greyhounds 6-0 on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. No score after 1 half of play, and Polk County West just trying to use up the clock. 2 running backs in the backfield per usual. Bloom, handoff, Gap, left side, and Gap making a little something out of nothing as he picks up about 7 yards or so. Bloom fumbled the snap, or at least bobbled it, and Gap picks up another Egremax first down for Polk County West. Makes it 2nd down, rather 1st down and 10, and a new set of downs. Football is spotted on their own 44. Gap was over 120 yards unofficially in that first half. Now up near 150 yards. Bloom under center. Again, guard pulls, and Gap gets brought down in the backfield. That play was blown up by the Fosston Greyhounds, and Gap, for the first time tonight, gets brought down for a loss of yards, and that's a loss of 3.
Loss of 3 on the play brings up
2nd down now and 13. Greyhounds trying to force the Thunder into a passing situation where their defense on the backside has been good in coverage, forcing Bloom into 2 interceptions. 3:10 remaining in the 3rd quarter. PCW 6, Fosston nothing. Tight end on the far side of the field for Polk County West. And the receiver is Rorick. Left side. Toss left side goes to Gap. Greyhounds can't string it out. Gap will tiptoe the sideline on the far side in front of the Fosston bench. And he gets about 7 yards back. And now 3rd down and manageable. And that's been the difference in the game tonight. 3rd down and manageable. And Coach Eric Ockery for Fosston talked about it in our pregame coaches interviews, and that's how you sustain drives, and Polk County West has been able to do that so far, where you see Fosston in the 3rd down and longs, 8 to 12, somewhere in there. Polk County West right here in a 3rd down and 5. Where do they go? Gap has had the hot hand all night long, and again, the Greyhounds jump. And it's going to be 3rd down and 5. And then after the penalty, we'll see where the spot takes them to. It is 3rd down and 5. And now they'll spot the football, look down the line. And it's a new set of downs. That's the 3rd time tonight the Greyhounds have allowed a new set of downs because of an encroachment penalty. Receiver as a wingback on the near side is Rorick. Gap dotting the I. Toss to the right side. Greyhounds can't bring Gap down until he stumbles his way to the 40. And that's a gain of 6 for Gap. And now it's 2nd down and 4.
6-yard gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 4.
Second down and 4. Polk County West rolling for this drive. It started at their own 20-yard line at the 6:30 mark. It's a 5-minute drive so far up to this point. Bloom again, a little mishandle on the snap, and thankfully with some athletic running backs getting a couple of yards. This is David Larson now, bringing it to the, looks like 35-yard line, and now Larson, he's a little slow to get up for Polk County West as he's rolling around on the grass. We'll take an injury timeout. Polk County West leads 6-0 on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. We're back after this on yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There's one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Climax Shelley School District.
Polk County West, David Larson hops off the field under his own power. Looks like just a cramp for Larson as Evans is now into the game for Polk County West. And he's got a big run as he is spinning his way into the open field and now finally brought down by the Fosston Greyhounds. Rather, that's Montana Jorgensen. Football was on the 35-yard line and a big run for Jorgensen, who had a big game versus the War Road Warriors, 12 carries for 76 yards. Has his name called this time, and it's a gain of about 27.
Result of the play is a 1st down, Thunder.
What a pickup for Jorgensen coming in for the injured Larson. They go right back to him. Why not? Hopping over a couple of defenders. And now a flag flies and some extracurriculars after the play. It looked like from our angle it might go on the Fosston Greyhounds as they're down 6-0 here with 40 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And Polk County West on this drive has been just running the football. And I don't think they haven't passed it all on this drive either. Another Thunder player is down on the field right now. And it looks like it might just be another cramp, as we will have a stoppage with 39 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. And they're going to give a late hit call on the Fosston Greyhounds after the play was coming to an end. Yeah, another penalty you just can't have if you're Fosston, down 6-0, and I know it can be frustrating with Polk County West, how big and strong they are, just marching it downfield, literally have not passed it all on this drive. And we'll have an injury timeout. Looks like another Thunder player is down, and the early indication is that it's another cramp out on the field. 39 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Polk County West up 6-0, looking for some more points. A quick break, maybe not, as that Thunder player hops off the field on his left leg. That was Alex Hart, I believe, number 52. Yes, it was. Hops off on his left leg, right leg in the air, and he'll get stretched out on the near sideline. So Polk County West in front, 6-0, Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. And it's been a different second half, and not so much in the sense that it's been a dominant first, second half for Polk County West. They've just been able to run the football as they please, as they had a scoring drive. That was a 5-yard touchdown run for Breck Bloom. 6-0 is the score. Extra point was no good. Now threatening and knocking on the door for some more points as we wait out the injury timeout. 39 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. Some other action from around our Your Live event channels as we go over the border into North Dakota. Wyndmere-Lidgerwood leads at the half over Maple River 22-8. On the Minnesota side, Adaborp West leading Walker-Hackensack-Akeley. Hillsboro Central Valley leading Langdon 20-15 at the half. And Kindred all over Northern Cass 50-0 at halftime. 39 seconds here. Polk County West leads Fosston 6-0. Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard looking for more points, and another flag flying from all the officials this time. There's movement up front from Polk County West, and it will be a dead ball foul and a false start on Polk County West. So the penalty backs them up. Second down, they're outside the 5-yard line now, I believe, as the football will be placed at about the 7-yard line for the Thunder, leading 6-0. 33 seconds to go here in the third quarter of play. Clock is running now. Thunder come up to the line of scrimmage. Receiver out to the far side of the field is number 12, Dawson Rorick. Tight end on the near side. Handoff. Again, and a big run and scoring from 8 yards out for Polk County West. Montana Jorgensen. An 8-yard touchdown run for Jorgensen as he came onto the field for teammate David Larson, who went out, and it's 12-0 with 12 seconds to go in the third quarter. On the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard, Polk County West now leading the Fosston Greyhounds by 2 scores after a scoreless first half of play. Polk County West will go for the 2-point conversion attempt. Bloom under center. Jorgensen, the fullback. Gap catches the toss. Right side, head of steam, puts his head down, and he's in. 2-point conversion is good for the Polk County West Thunder. 14-0, the new score on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard with 12 seconds to go in the third quarter. Short break, kickoff coming next.
Since the beginning in 1998, Agramax has had one simple goal that continues to be a key trait today: to help their customers become better. Over 20 years later, Agramax has been able to help their customers more than ever. Serving customers in the areas of Fisher, East Grand Forks, and Fertile, Agramax looks forward to working with you in shaping the future of agriculture. Call their office in Fisher at 218-891-2211 or call them at their location in Fertile at 218-945-3536.
Scoring drive for the Polk County West Thunder that started on their own 20-yard line. Took up nearly the entire rest of the way of the third quarter. It started with 6.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Ethan Evans ready to kick it back to the Fosston Greyhounds. The touchdown was an 8-yard touchdown run for Montana Jorgensen. Here's an end-over-end kick on the near side of the field, picked up by the Greyhounds, and that was fielded by number 29, Caleb Richardson, the freshman. And actually number 25, it was Jacob Rudy, not number 29, my mistake. So the Fosston Greyhounds will start this drive. 8.2 seconds remaining in this third quarter as they start on their own 41-yard line. Greyhounds tonight just haven't been able to get too much going on the offensive side of the football. They've been strong defensively against a very good Polk County West team, forcing 3 turnovers. 2 interceptions and a fumble. Receiver near side the field for Fosston is Aiden Wolf. Handoff goes right up the middle to his running back, number 40. That was Ethan Gray. And gets a couple of yards that time. It's about 2 yards, and it'll be second down and 8. As the third quarter comes to a close, Third quarter is over. 14-0. Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. Polk County West on top of the Fosston Greyhounds. Your fourth quarter coverage coming up next when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There's one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Climax Shelley School District.
At Community Co-op, we offer our Energy Solutions programs to help area farm operations. Hi, this is Rocky Bruin. One of our popular programs is our fuel contracting with only 30 cents per gallon upfront payment, and our pricing programs are a couple quick reasons why you would lock in your fuel contracting price with Community Co-op. Let us help you manage your risk. Call 1-888-935-2281 and we can discuss more of your Energy Solutions programs from Community Co-op's Lake Park.
Get the dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Udder Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Purley, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart, east of Ada to the Twin Valley addresses and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877.
Second down and 8 for the Fosston Greyhounds here, and brought down in the backfield was number 27, Gavin Gray.
Number 27, Gavin Gray on the carry.
Ethan Evans with the TFL and a loss of about 4.
Tackle made by number 50, Ethan Evans.
Brings up third down and long in another situation for the Greyhounds. With third down and long to go. Receiver to the near side of the field for Fosston is Aaron Norland. Far side, Ryan Dupong. Palyabicki back to pass, finds Norland, and a juggling catch at the 45 to the 40. There goes Norland. Far side, a foot race. Norland to the 10, 5, touchdown, Fosston Greyhounds. That's a 61-yard touchdown connection from Thatcher Palyabicki to Aaron Norland. That's the big play the Greyhounds needed to try and spark the offense. Norland doing the work with his legs, and it's 14-6, Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. What a catch and run from Aaron Norland. A 61-yard touchdown run from Thatcher Palyabicki. That's only his third completion of the night. He's 3 for 10. Now for 74 yards and the touchdown. 2-point conversion attempt coming up next for Fosston as we just start the fourth quarter. So that puts a little more pressure on the Polk County West offense to try and keep the foot on the pedal. 11 minutes left in the fourth. Palyabicki under center. Rolling out to the left side, has a little time, zips it, finding a man, and making the catch. This time it was Cullen Norland, and it's 14-8. 2-point conversion is good, and the Greyhounds get back within a score, 14-8. Polk County West leads. We're back with a kickoff. Back to the Thunder when we return on yourliveevent.com.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Rourke fields the kickoff here for Polk County West. Caven Rourke brings it up to the 39-yard line, right near the 40. Call it the 40-yard line for the Polk County West Thunder, as this will be only their third possession of the second half. And after the long touchdown for Fosston, that puts some pressure on Polk County West to keep the offense churning. It's 14-8, Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. Breck Bloom, I beg your pardon, comes under center. Montana Jorgensen in there at the running back spot. He had an 8-yard touchdown run before. And the big running back, Montana Jorgensen, rumbles his way for about 5, and it's 2nd and 5. Jorgensen had a 27-yard carry and an 8-yard touchdown run. Pretty quick work from the senior running back Jorgensen. 14-8 the score, 2nd down and 5. Polk County West leads. Bloom under center, receiver out to the far side of the field. Bloom, handoff to Gap, and he's going to be swallowed up in the backfield nearly, but will actually fight forward for a couple of yards. And that's not a surprise throughout the night. Gap has been bumped around in the backfield, but a tough runner and able to get a couple of yards. It'll be a gain of about 1. And yeah, it's only a gain of 1, but my goodness, the toughness of the running back, Mike Gap, makes it 3rd down and 4 for Polk County West. This is a big defensive stop, or rather play for Fosston right here, 3rd down and 4. The 2-point conversion was good from the Greyhounds previously as we update our Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. Strong side on the right side of the formation with a tight end on the near side. Polk County West goes back to Jorgensen, runs into a couple of bodies, and he falls forward for an Agramax 1st down and a gain of 7.
Tackle made by number 77, Eden Sanford. 6-yard gain on the play. Result of the play is a 1st down.
1st down for Polk County West as it keeps the chains moving. Approaching the 9-minute mark. Remember, Polk County West took a lot of time on their previous drive, took up nearly the entire 3rd quarter. It started with 6.5 minutes left. Here is Gap, brought down for maybe a gain of 1. It's 2nd down and 9.
Number 61, Nick Johnson. Gain of 1 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 9.
That's the 27th carry of the night for Mike Gap. 120 yards in that first half. And we'll give you the unofficial count from our stats in our post-game report, but he's had a nice night at 2nd down and 9. Receiver out to the far side is Dawson Rourke. Bloom's going to go back to pass, lofts one into the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. Lofted it up to Landon Denny, the tight end. And a dangerous pass from Breck Bloom. He's tossed 2 interceptions in the game. And now Polk County West facing a 3rd down and 9. Where do they go here? Jorgensen has had success on the ground. Might look to try and just gain a couple of yards from Jorgensen on a handoff, make it 4th down and short. If he has that success, and then in 4-down territory, they are in Greyhound territory, 3rd and 9. Try to draw him off sides. Bloom tosses right side to Gap. Space. He's got the edge. Here comes Gap at the 40-yard line. Still on his feet and brought down out of bounds near the 30.
Mike Gap with a big gain. That's another.
A 16-yard pickup and Agramax 1st down for Mike Gap. And they call on the workhorse when they need it most. for Polk County West. 8 minutes to go in the game. They lead 14-6 in a big run for the senior running back, make it junior running back, Mike Gapp. Thunder up to the line of scrimmage, first down and 10. Football spotted on the Greyhound 30. Fosston had a 61-yard touchdown on their previous drive. 14-8, handoff to Gapp, and he's going to be brought down by the ankles in the backfield. And that's going to be a loss of about 1, maybe 2. Brought down by Johnson for Fosston Greyhounds. That's only the second negative yard carry for Mike Gapp on the night. Seven and a half to go in the game. Polk County West leads 14-8. Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. We were tied at 0 after one half of play. Receiver split out to the far side is Dawson Rorick. Bloom under center. Takes the snap from his center. Handoff, right tackle. Right side, and Gapp drags a couple of defenders with him and gets about 4 to make it third down and medium. It'll be third down and about 6. Officially, it'll be a gain of 6 for Gapp after losing a couple of yards. And Bloom, as we said, 2 interceptions in the game. One of those intercepted by Tony Carleen, who is not out on the field after his injury back in the second quarter. Bloom under center. I formation. Gapp dots the I. Bloom, handoff. Jorgensen, hesitation. Switches the football from one hand to the other. Everybody jump on my back, Montana Jorgensen says. Works it to nearly the 10-yard line, and another big pickup for the big running back, Montana Jorgensen.
That's a 16-yard gain.
A 16-yard pickup for Jorgensen. Had 76 yards rushing on only 12 carries against War Road a week ago today. Polk County West won that contest 36-16 in a tight one here against Fosston. Back to Jorgensen to the right side. Another defender jumps on him, and he finally gets brought down. It was Caden Sanford on his back. Call it a gain of about 4. Maybe not quite that much, but it's second down. Productive running from Jorgensen has carries of 27, an 8-yard touchdown, 5, 7, 16, and that one of 4. And the Thunder only 6 yards away for the touchdown to go up by 2 scores. Toss to the right side to Gapp, cuts it back up the middle, falling forward near the goal line, and he is down just shy. And it's a gain of about 5.
Tackle made by number 40, Ethan Gray.
Now third down and goal, and Polk County West only needs about a yard to go. Can you take a guess of where they're going to go with the football on this down? Third down and goal to go for Polk County West. 4:55 and ticking remaining in the game. Receiver on the near side of the field is Rorick. Jorgensen in the backfield in the three-point stance. It'll go to Gapp, and it's going to be a touchdown. If you guessed that the football was going to go to Jorgensen, you were wrong. It went to Gapp. Fooled almost everybody. I know it fooled me, and it's a touchdown for Polk County West. They go up 20-8 on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. The 1-yard touchdown run for Mike Gapp. And now they'll line up here for the 2-point conversion attempt. 4:44 remaining in the fourth quarter of play. Bloom under center, pumps to the right side. He actually goes that way, finds Denny, and he walks in for the 2-point conversion. It is good. 22-8 the score on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard after the 1-yard touchdown run from Mike Gapp and the 2-point conversion from Breck Bloom to Landon Denny. As that's our score, we're back with the kickoff back to the Greyhounds with just under 5 minutes remaining here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Community Co-op Energy Solutions is now doing propane summer fill. Call 888-935-2281 for summer pricing and scheduled delivery. Customers' propane tanks are now being filled and you are guaranteed summer pricing. Winter pre-buy contract pricing is also available at this time. Community Co-op welcomes your calls for delivery schedule and summer pricing information. Thank you to all valued customers for your continued business from Community Co-op. CommunityCoOps.com, 888-935-2281.
We've been around long enough to know that research in the lab reaps rewards in the field. At the Cess van der Haaf Innovation Center, we're working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. We're dedicated to improving what we produce, so you can be too. Contact your local Cess van der Haaf dealer to learn about our varieties suited for your soils, because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Cess van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Kickoff from Everts goes to one of the upmen on the kick return team for the Fosston Greyhounds. It was picked up by Aiden Wolf. And first down and 10 for the Greyhounds on their own 38-yard line. 4:43 to go in the game. They had a 61-yard touchdown catch and run from Thatcher Palubicki to Aaron Norland on their previous possession. Can score quickly, as you can see, get into the hands of their playmakers and let them run loose. 4:43 left. They'll need one of those, a defensive stop, and then another. Down 22-8 on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. Handoff goes to Gray off the left side.
Number 27, Gavin Gray on the carry.
And it's no gain, brings up second down.
Tackle made by number 12.
David Larson comes back on. Dawson Rourke, who just made the tackle, comes off. Second down and 10, 4:20 remaining. Quarter number 4, Polk County West 22, Fosston 8. Ryan DePong split out to the left side of the formation. Cullen Norland on the near side. Near the bottom of your screen. Palubicki back to pass, slant play, finding Norland again. He'll break a tackle out to the 50-yard line and into Polk County West territory to the 49, and a successful play once again. Gain of about 13. And it's an Agrimax first down for the Fosston Greyhounds. Contact Agrimax today at 218-891-2211. 3:42 and counting to go in the contest. Greyhounds trail 22-8 as time is now not on their side. They went back to the well with a 61-yard touchdown play, the last one to Norland. Success on that one, picking up 13 yards. Palubicki runs into his own man, and that's a busted play as Polk County West is all over that one. Ethan Evans in there. And also number 40, Greg Downs in there. And that's a big loss for Fosston and a loss of 5. Officially second down and 16 for the Fosston Greyhounds. Now inside, 3 minutes to go. 2:50 remaining. Fosston taking their time as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Ryan DePong split out to the near side of the field. Receiver in the slot. I believe that's number 7, Robbie Olson. Gray, the running back. Palubicki goes back to pass. Has a little protection, but he gets hit from behind. And the block made right away from Gray, but going right through him. The defensive lineman, number 54, Daniel Suda, laying the hit on Palubicki. And there's a couple of times Thatcher Palubicki has been hit and popping up. Third down and 16 now for Fosston. Greyhounds come up to the line of scrimmage, and what has been an excellent effort tonight against a very good Polk County West team. 2.5 to go, and a timeout called from the Greyhounds as A man was late to get out on the field. 2.5 remaining. Polk County West leads 22-8. Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard back after this on yourliveevent.com.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on yourliveevent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on yourliveevent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
Third down and long coming up here for the Greyhounds. 2:31 to go in the fourth quarter. And a quick stoppage before the play can even go. And third down and long. Receiver to either side of the formation. Gray, the running back. Palubicky tosses and incomplete. Miscommunication with him and his receiver, Aaron Norland. As that brings up fourth down and long, as it appears Polk County West will be on their way to win number 2 on the season after beating War Road last week, 36-16. And now on their way to win number 2, ahead 22-8. Barring a couple of quick scores from the Fosston Greyhounds. Palubicky comes up to the line of scrimmage. Cullen Norland near side, receiver on the far side. Palubicky back to pass, under pressure, down the seam, and incomplete, and letting it fall was the defensive back. Number 5, Breck Bloom, goes incomplete. And the Thunder take over, turnover on downs, 2:23 remaining.
After the turnover on down, brings up first down and 10.
First down and 10 on the Greyhound 45-yard line. And the difference in the second half, Polk County West did it in the first half. Were able to control the football for the majority of the half. I don't know the exact time of possession, but would definitely be higher than the Greyhounds in this contest, and they've been able to hold on to it just a little bit more here. Here's a handoff to Jorgensen, ends up working his way ahead for about 3 yards.
Number 51, Montana Jorgensen with the carry.
On their second drive of the second half, they got it with 6 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And by the time the Fosston Greyhounds got it after an 8-yard touchdown run from Montana Jorgensen, there was only 8 seconds left. Hard to play against that when the other team just holds on to the football for as long as they did. Bloom under center, finding gap on the handoff, spinning his way up to the 40-yard line, and a short gain. Makes it third down.
Tackle made by number 28, Thatcher Palubicky. Gain of 2 on the play, brings up third down and 5.
That's the 33rd carry of the night for Mike Gapp for Polk County West. Had 120 yards rushing at the half, and up over 150 yards tonight. We'll give you those stats in the postgame report. Here's a misdirection to Gap, and he'll be brought down in the backfield. That's going to be a loss of about 1. And now it's fourth down. Tackle made by Jaden Batty of the Fosston Greyhounds. Brings up 4th down and 6 for Polk County West. 40 seconds remaining and the clock is going to roll. And will be the final play of this possession, at least for Polk County West. There might be enough time, depending on a first down or not, for Polk County West for Fosston to take a snap, toss left side. It's going to be gap, avoids a defender to the 40-yard line, avoids another, and now he's wrapped up at the 36. And a gain of about 5, and that'll end up being a turnover on downs with 14 seconds remaining. And the Fosston Greyhounds will take it with 14 seconds left.
Fosston will have the ball, 1st down and 10. From their own 35-yard line.
So we've seen a grinded out performance from both of these teams. Our score on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard, Polk County West 22, the Fosston Greyhounds 8. No score at the intermission. In a big defensive battle, we saw 3 turnovers from Polk County West, 2 interceptions, and a fumble recovered by the Greyhounds. We've seen some penalties from Polk County West in this game, and also some from Fosston too that gave the Thunder multiple first downs. So always things to work on, of course, moving forward for both teams. And go back and watch the film after week number 3. As what will potentially be the final play of the game. Palyabicki, hands off, left side to Gray. And he's going to lose maybe a yard. And with that, the final play of the game. The clock hits triple zeros. The final score on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. Polk County West defeats the Fosston Greyhounds at 22-8. The Thunder now go to 2-1 on the season. The Greyhounds fall to 0-3. Your coverage of the post-game report is coming up next on yourliveevent.com.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. They have the full line of Fendt, Massey Ferguson, and Challenger tractors. They have high-capacity Claas combines. They are your new Brandt dealer. Visit with them for augers, grain carts, heavy harrows, and Brandt's new vertical tillage. Ziegler Ag Equipment has Bourgault chisel plows, and they are your Amity beet equipment dealer. They have on the lot a new Wilrich 51-foot chisel plow. Call 218-784-2961. Talk with Chuck or Neil for pricing. Ziegler Ag Equipment, 218-784-2961. Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, Halstead Living Center offers a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care. With Halstead Living Center, there is an attached medical clinic and independent senior housing facility. Physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available for both inpatient and outpatient. Respite care is available too, as well as hospice services. Call 218-456-2105 for openings available now with Halstead Living Center, or find more information at halsteadlivingcenter.com.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There's one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Climax Shelley School District. Since the beginning in 1998, Agramax has had one simple goal that continues to be a key trait today: to help their customers become better. Over 20 years later, Agramax has been able to help their customers more than ever. Serving customers in the areas of Fisher, East Grand Forks, and Fertile, Agramax looks forward to working with you in shaping the future of agriculture. Call their office in Fisher at 218-891-2211 or call them at their location in Fertile at 218-945-3536. At the Climax Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There's one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Climax Shelley School District.
At Community Co-op, we offer our energy solutions programs to help area farm operations. Hi, this is Rocky Bruin. One of our popular programs is our fuel contracting with only 30 cents per gallon upfront payment, and our pricing programs are a couple quick reasons why you would lock in your fuel contracting price with Community Co-op. Let us help you manage your risk. Call 1-888-935-2281 and we can discuss more of your energy solutions programs from Community Co-op's Lake Park.
Get the dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Udder Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Purley, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart, east of Ada to the Twin Valley addresses, and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Welcome inside our post-game report tonight as the Polk County West Thunder are victorious over the Fosston Greyhounds in a grinded-out type of game on your Friday night. 22-8 was the final score on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. A little game recap for you before we continue on with our segments here tonight. It, as we said, just an absolute grinded out of a game between these two teams. It was 0-0 at the end of the first half, and both teams actually had their opportunities in that first half of play. Polk County West took a long opening drive for their offense all the way down to the Fosston Greyhound 12-yard line after starting on their own 30, but then eventually a turnover on downs from there. And then the Fosston Greyhounds came up with an interception of Breck Bloom and a couple more turnovers from that first half, but the final score 22-8 on the Community Co-op's Energy Solution scoreboard. We'll give you the rest of that recap here in just a second or so as the head coach of the Polk County West Thunder, Darren Bicklum, joins us. We were ready for him up here in the press box as his team ends up victorious, and hand him the headset here. And Coach, after tonight's contest, I guess, what was your reaction? 0-0 at the half, and was there a little bit of a speech at halftime to get the guys back in gear, or?
Oh, we just had a little chat about how our whole week of practice was. That was our first half.
Okay.
Lackadaisical, just going through the motions.
Okay.
And I said I could stand here and act like a fool, yell at you, but you're adults now, so you can figure this out.
Well, how'd you like the response from them in the second half?
Well, yeah, they much better in the first half. We finished drives. We moved the ball the whole time,
Yep.
but just weren't finishing our drives off, and but. And our line kept after it a little better in the second half. We weren't finishing blocks and getting downfield in second level.
Well, in your first possession of that second half, let's see, that went for about 6 or 7 minutes, I think is what it was. And that's your style of football, just a grinded out type of game, right?
Yeah, we would like to throw a little bit more, but it's like that's not us this year. Last year we had a little more speed on the perimeter, and we don't this year. And, so we just got to – what the good Lord gives us, we got to go with, So, and we got some boys up front that got a lot of experience, and, I guess you want to play to your strengths.
So the Greyhounds force you guys into 3 first-half turnovers. Were they doing anything in any sort of coverages at all with the 2 interceptions? I know the fumble, you probably had a chat with your running back there, holding the football with his left hand rather than sort of that high and tight. Were they doing anything that Breck probably wasn't seeing, or what did you see?
Well, on that first interception of that lineman that got it, when you're supposed to run an out and you run a fly, so you can't have 2 guys together. So, yeah, it was – we were our own worst enemy in the first half. And, we did some things that we don't usually do, and, that happens. And, we were lucky enough to – like they say, it's just better to win ugly and not to win at all. So,
and a couple of penalties in that first half, so always some things to clean up for you guys. But that's your second win of the season after beating the Greyhounds 22-8. That was the final score, and you guys will get, let's see, the Bagley Flyers next week at Bagley. Another team that could, potentially come out and surprise you right away if you're not ready to go, right?
Correct, and that's any team this year, and they're all much improved, and same the Foss, and they're a much better team than they were last year too. And even Bagley is they got some speed, and we're just gonna we can't have lackadaisical practices, and it showed. And,
is there going to be a message at all starting practice this week, or?
They already talked about it. The captain's already brought it up at the end of the game here that we got to have a better week than last week. So usually they take care of their own mistakes sometimes. You just got to remind them a little bit.
Well, that's good always to have a team like that, right? Recognize the mistakes and take it upon themselves to improve it.
Yeah, and they did in the second half, and they came out in a much better half, So, hey, it is what it is. It's a wake-up call. Better now than later. It's early in the season, and, so it just – You got to come ready to play no matter who you're playing.
Gotcha. All right, well, sounds good. That is the head coach of the Polk County West Thunder, Darren Bicklum, joining us in our post-game report. Coach, don't go away too quick. I got a Player of the Game T-shirt to hand off here to you in just a second. 22-8 was the final score. Polk County West over the Fosston Greyhounds. More coverage of the post-game report when we return here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Community Co-op Energy Solutions is now doing propane summer fill. Call 888-935-2281 for summer pricing and scheduled delivery. Customers' propane tanks are now being and you are guaranteed summer pricing. Winter pre-buy contract pricing is also available at this time. Community Co-op welcomes your calls for delivery schedule and summer pricing information. Thank you to all valued customers for your continued business from Community Co-op. CommunityCoops.com, 888-935-2281.
We've been around long enough to know that research in the lab reaps rewards in the field. At the Cess van der Haaf Innovation Center, we're working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. We're dedicated to improving what we produce, so you can be too. Contact your local Cess van der Haaf dealer to learn about our varieties suited for your soils. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Cess van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on YourLiveEvent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Welcome back inside the post-game report this evening. The Polk County West Thunder victorious over the Fosston Greyhounds in a grinded-out game. 22-8 was the final on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. We just chatted with the head coach of the Polk County West Thunder, Darren Bicklum, giving us his thoughts on tonight's performance. And let's move into some of our segments tonight, starting with our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. Halstead Telephone Company, local and reliable. You can trust. It's how to connect. Visit halsteadtel.com. Post-game connection is going to be the 61-yard touchdown completion from Thatcher Palubicki to Aaron Norland. That came early in the fourth quarter and actually put a little pressure on Polk County West at that time. It was, 14-0 at that time, and then the Greyhounds struck pretty quick for that touchdown. There was still about 11 minutes to go in that fourth quarter when that happened. So it went from a 14-0 game to 14-8 rather quickly, with Polk County West still on top, but put a little pressure on them. So our 61-yard touchdown pass from Thatcher Palubicki to Aaron Norland is going to be our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection tonight, as the Polk County West Thunder are victorious over the Fosston Greyhounds 22-8. That was the final score here tonight. It was a grinded-out game right away in that first half, 0-0 at the intermission between both these two teams, and then the Thunder strike for 3 scores in that second half. Moving on with our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game, as we keep it on the side of the Polk County West Thunder, one of their running backs on the ground who had a big night despite not getting the football at all in that first half. Ended with 80 yards and a touchdown run, the 27-yard carry. The touchdown came from 8 yards out and then had carries of 16 and 17 yards. 80 yards and a touchdown for Montana Jorgensen, who is our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. RDK Enterprises of Hillsboro and Drayton, they thank you. the area growers for your trust in RDK Enterprises as your planter experts. RDK Enterprises continues to invest in the education of their team members to provide the customer service you expect from your planter experts at RDK Enterprises. Always revisit the performance of your planters. Call 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. 22-8, the final score, Polk County West over the Fosston Greyhounds tonight in Section 8, 11-man football as the Polk County West Thunder now go to 2-1 on the season. The Greyhounds fall to 0-3. Don't go away. More coverage of the post-game report coming up next when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. They have the full line of Fendt, Massey Ferguson, and Challenger tractors. They have high-capacity Claas combines. They are your new Brandt dealer. Visit with them for augers, grain carts, heavy harrows, and Brandt's new vertical tillage. Ziegler Ag Equipment has Bourgault chisel plows, and they are your Amity beet equipment dealer. They have on the lot a new Wilrich 51-foot chisel plow. Call 218-784-2961. Talk with Chuck or Neil for pricing. Ziegler Ag Equipment, 218-784-2961. Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Welcome back inside the post-game report tonight. Polk County West Thunder victorious over the Fosston Greyhounds, 22-8, the final score on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection was the 61-yard touchdown completion from Thatcher Palubicki to Aaron Norland early in the fourth quarter, actually. Our RDK Enterprises precision player of the game was Montana Jorgensen for Polk County West, and now our Enbridge Energy player of the game here tonight for the Polk County West Thunder had an absolute load of carries on the ground. Let's see, at halftime he had 17 carries total and had, 34 total carries on the night. 34 carries, 193 yards rushing, and a touchdown. Mike Gapp is going to be our Enbridge Energy player of the game here this evening as the Polk County West Thunder are victorious 22-8 over the Fosston Greyhounds. Mike Gapp is our Enbridge Energy player of the game. Montana Jorgensen is our RDK Enterprises feature precision player of the game. And then our Halstead Telephone post-game connection was the 61-yard touchdown pass from Thatcher Palubicki to Aaron Norland as that wraps up our post-game segments here on yourliveevent.com. The final score, Polk County West 22, the Fosston Greyhounds 8, as the Thunder improved to 2-1 on the season after beating the War Road Warriors last week and now beating the Greyhounds tonight, and the Greyhounds falling to 0-3, dropping their opening 3 games of the year. We'll take one more short break, come back with our final statistics, and then sign off here on yourliveevent.com as the Polk County West Thunder defeat the Fosston Greyhounds 22-8.
Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, Halstead Living Center offers a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care. With Halstead Living Center, there is an attached medical clinic and independent senior housing facility. Physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available for both inpatient and outpatient. Respite care is available too, as well as hospice services. Call 218-456-2105 for openings available now with Halstead Living Center, or find more information at halsteadlivingcenter.com.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Wrapping up our post-game report tonight as the Polk County West Thunder defeat the Fosston Greyhounds 22-8, the final score, and let's give you some final stats here from the evening. Starting with Polk County West, Mike Gapp rushing on the night had 32 total carries, 193 yards, and a touchdown this evening. Montana Jorgensen, 11 carries for 52 yards, looking at the wrong number. Here, that was the running back Larson, who had 52 yards tonight on the 11 carries. Montana Jorgensen had 80 yards on 7 carries and a touchdown. Breck Bloom through the air, 3 of 10 for 40 yards. And then also in the receiving department, as we go through here, a 7-yard reception for number 26 of Polk County West, that was Mike Gapp, and then also a catch for number 40, a 17-yard catch, as that was Greg Downs. On the other side, things for the Fosston Greyhounds, Thatcher Palubicki through the air, 4 of 14 for 87 yards and a touchdown. Not much in the ground game for Fosston tonight, as Gavin Gray had a total of 2 yards rushing tonight. Ending up with a total of 0 yards was Thatcher Palubicki. Had a couple of plays where he got brought down in the backfield. And then 16 yards rushing tonight for number 40. That was Ethan Gray. And then Palubicki, like we said, 4 of 14, 87 yards and a touchdown. Had that 61-yard touchdown pass to Aaron Norland, who led in receiving for the Fosston Greyhounds. Polk County West wins again here tonight, 22-8. The final on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. Polk County West now at 2-1 on the season after beating the War Road Warriors and the Fosston Greyhounds tonight. The Thunder will be at the Bagley Flyers come next Friday. And for the Fosston Greyhounds, falling to 0-3 and will be on the road for their next game next week at Lake Park Audubon, an opponent from Section 6. Their next 2 opponents will be in Section 6 with Lake Park Audubon next week and Walker Hackensack Akeley the following week after that. Thank you to our sponsors that you heard and saw on our broadcast tonight on yourliveevent.com. As we say thank you to those sponsors and thank you to our viewers this evening, as our broadcast not possible without the help of our sponsors and you, the viewers here on yourliveevent.com. As the final score tonight, Polk County West defeating the Fosston Greyhounds 22-8 on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. Thunder now 2-1, Greyhounds now 0-3. Big thank you tonight as well to our cameraman Ray Zenteno, who came up and did the camera work, so thank you to him. I'm Dawson Peterson, signing off and saying so long as the Polk County West Thunder defeat the Fosston Greyhounds 22-8, the final on the Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. Signing off here on yourliveevent.com.
Thank you.